Okay, good morning, all of you. So let us start our third lecture on this second last unit. So last lecture we have seen control charts types, right? So there are two basic types like variables control chart and attribute type of control chart. Then we have understood when we should draw the control charts whenever things are quantitative, which you can measure. For example, height, weight, thickness, volume. If such a things are there, then generally people use the variable control chart, things which you can measure in quantity. Okay, so at that time we should use control charts. We have seen various examples of it, and there are two types of two charts in a variable, that is X chart and R chart, right? So mean based, if you are doing, then it may be the X bar chart or X chart also. And if you are calculating range and you are drawing the chart, then it is a R chart. Okay. So these two charts we have seen, just its theory. We have understood the construction formula of this X bar chart: x1 plus x2 plus xn divided by n. So you can say it as arithmetic mean. Then we have seen example like how we should calculate the mean. Okay, so you can take various samples and you can calculate its mean. Okay, so that just exercise we have seen. Then we have understood the meaning of range and how r bar can be calculated: summation of range divided by k, that is number of samples. Also we have seen one numerical or you can say chart of calculation of range. So we understood the meaning of range. So how to calculate range? So taking the maximum reading minus minimum reading, so whatever difference is between these two, so that will be a range that we have seen. Attribute type of control chart we have seen when we should use when answers are in the form of yes, no, bad, good, right, or acceptable, unacceptable. If such answers will be there, then we should go for attribute type of control charts. For example, color, taste, smell. So in that case we should use attribute control chart. There are two types of attribute control chart: P chart and C chart, that we have seen. So when we should use P chart? When you want to measure the proportion of item in a sample that are defective. Means how many items are defective in particular sample. आपण एक्झाम्पल घेतलं होतं की आपल्या कोरोनाच्या लस येत आहेत आणि त्याच्यामध्ये काही लस खराब निघतायत किंवा खराब होत आहेत. ते प्रोपोर्शन किती आहे? So if you want to calculate that, so a P chart is very essential. Then C chart we have seen. So when to use C chart? When number of defects per unit, if you want to calculate, then C chart is a appropriate tool. So we have seen various advantages of these charts, or you can say control charts that way. So 5-6 advantages we have seen. So there we have seen like stability in the process only not guarantee the control of quality. So natural variations are going to be there, that also you have to consider, and for that purpose control charts are important. So that was the conclusion that we have seen. We have seen various applications like drug delivery, tablet and capsule characteristics, powder characteristics like particle size, microbial count, म्हणजे जीवाणू वगैरे एखाद्या गोष्टीतला काउंट करायचा असेल तर. Then drug content applications, liquid characteristics. So like that various applications in medical industry especially people implement, and nowadays in mechanical industry also it is essential. So now today we are going to discuss about the how to draw X chart, then next R chart, and one more P charts. So how to draw it? So I hope you will be having one page pen, paper, notebook with you and Kelsey. So I have made almost all calculations on slide. So just we have to cross verify. Okay. So I hope you will having a Kelsey, paper and pen so that you will correlate because everything is I have mentioned. So just you have to do the exercise. So X bar a chart if you want to draw. So all of us know like every control chart is having two limits, UCL upper control limit and LCL that is a lower control limit. So how to calculate upper control limit? X plus Z sigma X, and how to calculate LCL? X minus Z sigma X. Now friends, one center line is also there. Okay. So above the center line that UCL will be there, and below that center line there will be a LCL. Okay, and control chart, if you want to draw any of the control chart, first you have to decide or you have to calculate the UCL and LCL. And if all of us know calculation of mean like x1 plus x2 plus xn divided by n, right? So that all of us know. So now here Z value is very important. So it is um, based on standard normal variable. It is 2 for 90.45 confidence and 3 for 99.74 confidence. So generally this value is taken for a drawing of such a chart is a 3. Z value is a 3. Okay. And what is the sigma x? Sigma x is a sigma divided by under root n. And what is the sigma? Standard deviation. So now we'll see what is the standard deviation, how to calculate in coming charts. So this is the formula for X chart. So let us have exercise so that you will get clear idea. Okay. So we'll see numerical when standard deviation is known. What is known? That sigma x whole value that you are knowing. So by assuming that you can draw a control chart, and another numerical that we've seen that by calculation of standard deviation how to draw control chart. Okay. So on paper you people have to write these readings. Okay. So what is the example? Slip ring diameter. So 10 readings you have taken and you have taken lot of 5 lots you have taken and you have checked the 10 samples. So you got the reading like 5.02, 5.01, 5.99, 5.03 like that column wise. So you draw the column, write the column. Okay. So one by one. So take half minute because you should know all the steps. So in industry definitely you have to do this task for various products. So I have given the slip ring diameter. Okay. So you people have to write the reading. Only 10 readings and 5 samples lots you can say you have taken. So write it fast and then you have to calculate the X bar. You can say mean. Okay, arithmetic mean. Do it. Take within 2 minutes you have to uh, write this example. So it can be a given data you will say, which you have gathered, you have collected by actual measuring, maybe with the help of Vernier caliper, maybe with the help of any of the device which digital nowadays people are using. So write this value. Has done the things. I hope you have written the example. So by referring same reading, so we can go for the next numerical also. So write this value correctly. Now if you have 5 samples with you, now you have to find the mean. So how to find out, calculate the mean? Arithmetic mean, you can say. Just make the addition like horizontally of all the readings. 5.02, 5.01, 4.94, 5.99, 4.96, 4.98 will be the X bar. That is mean. Okay, just find out readings are there. Just calculate. We are going to take only one example, very simple examples that way. Then actually, I have intentionally taken the example where all calculations are available. I cannot write here, right? So it's quite difficult to write from. So already typed example is there. So answers are also there. Just you people have to tally. Yes, sir. This is the mean of first row, second row, third row, and then you have to take the addition of mean again. That is just like 50.09, 50.09. Is it the correct values, or any reading is wrong or calculation is wrong which you find? All are correct. Just cross verify. So this columns may be the more many times. So sometime maybe less, like 1, 2, 3, like that. Depends on you people for finding the more accuracy. Okay. Should we proceed? All of you have done this? Or should we wait? Okay. Very simple way. That way, just a few 5, 10, like that. Few numbers are there. No complicated formulas. So I hope you have written this example as well as you have calculated the X bar. That is the arithmetic mean. Okay. And all values are correct. Now you have to calculate the X double bar. Means what? Just you have to take mean of mean. Okay. So X bar, all of us know how many readings were there? 10. So you can just divide it by 10. So what is your X double bar? 5.01. So in short, you can say average of all the readings. What is it? 5.01. Now, if you want to calculate the UCL, that is upper control limit, then all of us know formula. X double bar plus Z sigma X bar. So X double bar, all of us know. Now Z value I have told to you people. So what is it? Generally people take 3. Okay. Then standard deviation is a 0.08, which is a known. Okay. If it is not known, then next example we are going to take where how to calculate it. Okay. Don't worry. Just try to understand this. Two limits. Only two calculations we have to do. Divided by 10 readings were there. So under root 10. So now what will be the UCL? Just calculate. Just cross verify. Answers are there already. Just cross verify. So in examination this time there may not be such kind of drawing of charts and calculation of such numericals, but maybe in MCQ they may ask like calculate the UCL, and they will give the data like X bar is so and so, Z value is so and so, then um, the sigma x is given. Just you have to calculate the UCL and LCL. So in MCQ such a questions may be there, and there may answer may not be available on internet most of the time if people change the values, right? So you people at least know the formula. Obviously UCL should be more than LCL, right? Because it is above the this x double bar. आता 5.01 पेक्षा UCL वरतीच पाहिजे. So it is true 5.09 and LCL should be lower than x double bar, that is 5.01, and here 4.93. Yes, have you cross verified? If you have calci easily within 1 minute also you can calculate it. We are going slow, so try to cross verify. Even on mobile also such a calculation can be done if you are not having calci. Use your scientific calculator in mobile. Just cross verify. So control charts limit. Actually, I have shown diagram at the beginning first, rub diagram, right? So just understand now UCL value, LCL value. Now all three lines value we are having, right? UCL value we are having, LCL value we are having, center line. So what is the center line? That X double bar is nothing but center line of your control chart. Yes, should we proceed? Done. Still somebody want to wait? Yes, somebody give me confirmation. Done all of it. All of you have done things. Okay, so I hope you have done these things. For same example, if standard deviation is unknown, now what to do? I have told we'll draw at the end. We'll discuss two things: standard deviation is known and standard deviation is not known. Friends, if you don't know the standard deviation, then you need to calculate the range. Same example is there, same values are there. Don't worry. Same values are there. Now, in same example, already you have drawn or calculated the x or a mean, you can say x bar or a mean, right? So is it the same value here? 50.09, right? So r value. What is the meaning of r? R is nothing but range. So now just calculate the range. Go step by step, go slow. Even in mobile also you can calculate, or orally also people can calculate the range. So I have given answers. So just cross verify, finding the larger reading horizontally, yeah, calculating the larger reading, finding the lower reading, and finding the difference between these two. So that is nothing but range. Now in first reading, you can say yesterday also we have seen this significance of range, right? So 5 point, what is the larger reading here? I think 5.02, right? 5.02 is the larger reading. And what is the smaller reading here? Something 4.94. So if you find the difference between these two is a 0.08. So like that, just calculate the uh, difference between all the samples, all the readings. Yes, one by one, just finding. Sometimes it is quite difficult. There are only 5 readings. If there are 10, 20, so quite difficult. It is a time-consuming process that way. But nowadays, computerized thing, Excel is helping a lot in such things. In Excel, just you can find the larger, let it be thousands of reading. In Excel, easily by just giving function, you can find the larger value and or maximum value or minimum value. Max, you can see max and min functions are there in Excel. You will easily get the max and minimum value. But here by physically, if you want to see, it will take little more time. So just calculate this range. Just cross verify also. Already we have calculated the x, right? X bar or a mean, you can say. Now, if you have found the range, then you have to make the summation of range. Okay, just do the summation. If you have found the range, then go little fast from your side. From my side, all calculations I have done, so I need not to spend time, but you people need to spend few minutes to do this task. So this is the important bit from this particular unit. It's done. So range addition is 1.15. Is it true? Should we proceed then? Just do on mobile. Easily calculations can be done. Yes, if you have done this calculation, so let us proceed to next part. Now, how to calculate R bar? So summation of R, which already you have done, it is something 1.15, and readings which we have mentioned, these are the 10. So R bar is a 0.115. And X double bar, same thing, same answers will be there, right? Summation of X bar divided by K. 50.09 was the something summation of mean, and number of readings are 10. So 5.01 answer will be the same. So it is in all readings were in centimeters. So 5.01 is a center line, you can say, in that particular control chart. Now UCL. Now all of us know calculation of three things are very important in any of the control chart. You people have to calculate UCL, LCL, or center line, or X double bar, you can say. So now X double bar is the same like previous numerical. Only UCL values are going to change here. So now X double bar plus A2 R bar. Now here A2 is something new term you are observing. Okay, so how to find the A2, that is very important. So let me switch and show you one chart. Is it visible to all of you, this PDF file? So friends, there are certain constants of control chart, and it is tabulated. If samples are like 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, up to maybe 25, so these values are there. If you for X bar chart, this A2 value is very important. Like that D3, D4. So in our chart it is required. So we'll see. But now in X bar chart, A2 value is very important. Okay. So now for fifth number, how many columns were there? Samples were there? 5 samples you have taken, right? So A2 value is here 0.577. Right, 5 columns were there. So what is the value for A2 here for 5 samples? 0.577. Let us see now what value I have taken here. 0.58, round figure. 0.577, instead of that I have taken 0.58. So getting how to find the value from this chart? Getting? So now just make the calculation. X double bar, all of us know 5.01 plus A2 value, round figure 0.58. And what is the R bar which we have calculated above? 0.115. Now you will get UCL. Just see, is it correct? Make the calculation. 5.01 plus 0.58 into 0.115. Quite easy, huh? So just by judgment also you can make the addition. Yes, 5.08 something. And for LCL, it is a 4.94. So now in earlier calculation, it is something 5.09 and 4.93. So it is almost similar. 5.09 च्या ठिकाणी 5.08 आलेले. So okay, so with these two examples you can cross verify. Getting? So all up you got this value. Now we are ready with UCL and LCL. Just I have given two samples. How to calculate this UCL and LCL when you know you are knowing the standard deviation and when you don't know the standard deviation. Ready? Now we have to draw this graph. Now see this graph. Already I have drawn on Excel. So these values I have taken from previous. So now what is the mean here? 5.01 that we have calculated. Just see on your notebook. Is it the same value? Already things are drawn. Just see. Now you also can draw on your paper. Just have a sample number on x-axis and mean value on y-axis. Mean, right? All of us know mean that we have calculated. Upper limit also you are knowing. Lower control limit also you are knowing. So these are the three horizontal lines. So dotted line is a mean line, you can say. And these dark lines at the above mean line is a UCL, that is 5.08, and 4.94 is the LCL. Mean values are with you. Sample numbers 1 to 10 are with you. Now just draw the graph and see the trend. Already it is there on screen. So you draw same things on your paper. Let us see whether you are getting same chart or not. So friend, this is a X chart. In this way, we can draw the X chart. Now, Shewhart is the philosopher who has developed this control chart, that is X chart. Is drawn in your paper. Roughly, just see the mean and tell me the conclusion. So I have told the procedure, how to calculate UCL, how to calculate LCL, how to calculate mean, right? And how to draw the graph. And you got the certain trend. Now you people have to tell me the conclusion. So you have drawn the things, okay? For certain component, certain slip, which component we have taken? I think we have taken the slip ring diameter, right? Slip ring diameter. We have done for the slip ring diameter, right? Slip ring diameter. Now tell me the conclusion. You have drawn the control chart of slip ring diameter, right? Slip ring diameter. What is your opinion by looking at this graph? Who will tell me? Have you understood the process at least? How to draw control chart? You people have to exercise daily. If you are joining the control uh, quality control department, you have to do such kind of tasks regularly. Yeah, obviously not by paper pencil. It will be easy with the help of just Excel. Okay, Excel. If you are not knowing, so learn Excel. So Excel is a very important tool nowadays. Yes, draw parallelly if you are not drawn. So whether you are getting same graph here. Is anybody? At least tell me answer like whether things are within control or out of control. Or you can say whatever slip ring you are producing, whether everything is going okay or there is a certain problem. Yes. At least tell me this. Things are within control or it is out of control. Control chart is made for that only, right? Should we repeat? Should I repeat the procedure? I have went very slowly. Put in chat box. Things are in control or it is out of control. We have to see another chart. Okay, R chart. So be fast. Take participation. It is in control, right? If things are going beyond the upper limit or if it is going below the lower control limit, then you can say something problem is there. Okay, so now I think you understood this. Let us proceed to R chart. We have seen theoretical part of R chart yesterday. So how to calculate UCL in R chart? So if you want to calculate the R chart, then UCL, LCL is also important here. And R bar is obviously because it is a central line. So summation of R divided by K. So recently we have seen for R chart. So sorry, X chart. So R bar is or central line is same thing for R chart also. Only UCL and LCL is changing here. So they have given different formula. What is the UCL? D4 R bar is the UCL and LCL is a D3 R bar. So now you will ask me what is the D3 and D4? These are the constant. And all of us know R means range of each sample, and you know how to calculate range. Highest limit minus lowest limit, or maximum value minus minimum value, and K number of samples. Okay, so let us see what are the values of D3 and D4. So I have shown a PDF few minutes back for R chart. So this D3 and D4s are very important. So for 2 samples, 0 D3, up to I think 6 sample, D3 is a 0. So we have only 5. Okay, 5 samples are there, right? 5 columns were there. So 0 and D4 is a 2.114. D4 is a 2.114. Okay, so if you put these values of D3 and D4, you will get UCL and LCL. And that is very important in every control chart. You should calculate UCL. So in R chart also, only this range calculation and referring this D3, D4 constant of R charts are very important. Now, recently we have calculated the same example we will take. Okay, so we'll save the time. Already you people have noted the values. Okay, all samples, all readings are with you, even though you have calculated the X bar also and range also. Okay, so values are with you. Now, how to calculate UCL? So R bar also we have calculated in previous example. How to calculate R bar? You have to, R bar means summation of R divided by number of readings. So 10 readings were there. So you will get R bar as a 0.115. And what is the D4? From this chart, you can calculate find out the D4 for 5 columns, right? For 5 columns, 2.114 is the D4. So easily you can calculate the D4. 2.11 round figure, that for third digit they have not taken in this calculation. So if we make the multiplication, 0.243 will be the UCL. Okay, and what is the LCL? D3 itself is a 0. Is it for up to 6th reading? Means 5th D3 is a 0. So if you multiply with R bar with 0, so value will be the 0. So LCL is a 0 and UCL is a 0.243. And what is the R bar? Means center line is the 0.115. So now see the reading. So range versus sample number. So now just you can see. So LCL itself is on x-axis. Okay, on previous example, for X bar chart we have seen that LCL was above the 0 line, right? Above the x-axis. So here, unfortunately, as there were only 5 columns, even if 6 columns also were there, so still that value will be 0. Okay. So now LCL will be 0 and UCL will be 0.243. That is very simple, right? So only 3 things you have to calculate: R bar, UCL, LCL. If you know this thing, easily you can calculate the your graph. So range versus sample number calculation has been done. So now you people have to draw it. Done. Draw on paper, let it be rough. Freehand also no issue. But just see the range values and sample number. Either you are getting same trend of graph. Take 1 minute to draw it. Within 1-2 minutes, if you are drawing freehand, so easily you can draw. So generally, while drawing the control chart, one more thing you have to remember that mean line, or you can say X bar line or R bar line, should be a dotted one. Okay, that you can say as a convention that you have to follow. It's done. Be fast. Very simple, right? So these are the whatever discussion we have made. It is related to variables. What variable we have calculated here? Anybody remember which variable? X bar and R bar, R chart and X charts belongs to variable control chart. So which variable for these two numericals we have considered? Which product we have selected and which variable we have considered to draw this control chart? Anybody remembered at least that? Respond something. I hope I am audible to you people. My screen is visible. Slip ring, right? And length, that variable we have considered, or diameter. Some length parameter variable you can say. Okay. Done. Have you drawn this? Okay. So with this variable control charts are over here. So now another thing we have to discuss, that is a attribute type of control chart. Okay. So in attribute control chart, we are not considering the parameters or variables. We are considering the attributes. So in P chart, generally people consider the attribute like how many components were defective from that particular sample. When P chart should be used, P chart and this C charts belongs to attribute type of control chart, right? P and C. So what is expected in P chart, or when P chart should be used? When you want to find out the number of defective products from given sample. That time P charts are important. Okay, so this example you are seeing on screen. So I think it will take 20 minutes to explain and draw. So we'll see. Sorry, in next lecture. Let us stop here. Put your roll number in chat box. Stop.